Hello everyone. So I wanted to shoot this little video about guaranteed investing. I'm sitting here in Phoenix, the toasty fireplace at the Hilton, my room key there, down here in the lobby, driving people nuts who are over having breakfast, and the counter people who might otherwise be hearing this video presentation, but wanted to get started on in the new year the guaranteed investing concept that I'm so excited about. Here in the United States, Americans don't have the ability to be able to guarantee invest. Their investments are always at risk, and in Canada we have this wonderful thing called a segregated fund, which allows us to be able to have a life insurance or an insurance carrier contract ride along with our investment portfolio. So wanted to get into this a little bit. So in this example of this video that I'm going to shoot, this is for a 70-year-old. So I'm going to assume that the 70-year-old has just sold their house in some way, or otherwise created, maybe somebody passed away in their family and they created open money that they need to invest for their future, and that they want this money to be able to go to their beneficiaries at the time that they no longer need it. So they want the money to be there in case they ever do decide they need this money. Maybe they want to go on an around the world cruise while they're alive. That's their access to the money is there, so that's all good. If they want the money, they can have the money. It's their money. It's never locked in any way, shape, or form. It just rides along with guarantees. So at the end of the day, a segregated fund contract is technically for 15 years. So I'm going to use from 70 to age 85, and I'm going to assume the person stays alive in this video to age 85. And I'm going to bump them off a little bit later on here in my video, and you're going to see what happens with all of that as well too. So the benefit of a seg fund at age 70, so let's say they sell their house and they put $400,000 into a segregated fund. Ideally, what we're going to do is, let's say they sold their house for $500,000. We're going to put as much money as we can to top up their TFSA first. TFSA, because this is tax advantage to draw out of. We can talk about TFSAs later. TFSAs can also be in a segregated fund contract too. Very simple to understand a TFSA. Same thing holds true with a segregated fund. So this 70-year-old has $400,000 and they put that into a segregated fund. The segregated fund has a guarantee of 75% and 100%. So what the segregated fund does is it guarantees that, hey, if you stay the whole 15 years, we will guarantee 75% of your initial investment will always be there. So 75% will always be there. The insurance company will always guarantee this, no matter what the market does, no matter whether the Chinese invade Taiwan or any of that stuff. The insurance company will always guarantee that 75% of that 400,000 is at the end of the 15-year period. Now, at no time in U.S. stock market investing or Canadian stock market investing has the market ever been down 15 years in a row. So the chances of needing this are very, very slim. That's why the insurance company offers it. Now, on death, though, there's a 100% guarantee that your initial deposit will always be there. Okay, so that's good, because if we want the money to transfer to beneficiaries, we want all of the money to transfer to beneficiaries on death. So what we have then is we have, at age 70, we also have these wonderful things called resets to age 80. Resets become exceptionally important in a segregated fund. The other thing about a segregated fund is it avoids probate, and as you know, probate fees are somewhere between 10 and 15%. So right away, alone, by investing in a segregated fund rather than putting the money at the bank, you're going to save about $40,000 of that money will go to your beneficiaries rather than going to the being nasty lawyers and all of those fun folks. So then the other thing that we have is that on death, when somebody passes away, a segregated fund transfers in 10 days, 10 business days typically, to the beneficiaries. You name the beneficiaries in your segregated fund so that they get the money right away. The benefit of that is that the rest of your portfolio might take years to get settled out of probate, depending upon how complex your remainder is. And the benefit is that your beneficiaries, especially those that need the money right away, you have a few of those in your family, I'm sure, they get the money right away to be able to help them live while the rest of the estate is settled out. So that's one of the other benefits of a segregated fund, is it transfers to those beneficiaries that you name while you're alive to them should you happen to pass away. So let's take a look at what the performance does and what resets do over time. So here is our $400,000 year one, and then we have year 15 here, because we've lived in this example. We're now 85 years old at 15 years. But we're 70 years old, and the market does this wonderful thing. It's flat for a long time, it's low for a long time, then it bounces up and happy days are here again, then there's a little bit of a scare, and then it bounces back up, and then there's this great big scare, and we're flat again for a long time, and then we go down, and then we go back up. Okay? Whatever design I drew for the market didn't really matter, because I'm showing you what the resets do here at this point. And resets are one of those things that a great financial advisor does for you, helps you with. So year one, the market is fine. And we're up to $410,000. We trigger our reset. So our guarantee for our beneficiaries is now $410,000. Year two, we bounce back up and we're $420,000 in this example. We again retrigger our reset because we're allowed annual resets. Every year we're allowed one reset. We trigger our reset, and our guaranteed sum of our money is now $420,000 should we pass away, or should we live to the remainder of our contract. Then our guaranteed reset is $470,000. Then our guaranteed reset is $475,000. Then our guaranteed reset is $480,000. Then the market's flat for a long time, 8, 9 years, or 4, 5, 6 years here in our example. Then the market goes back up, $490,000, $540,000. So our reset then, from our valuation perspective, the interior value of the money is $540,000. That's our guaranteed reset, because that's what the internal rate of the value of the money actually physically is after year 15 in my example. So if we were to pass away here, when the market was flat, we've got $400,000 of our initial deposit, and let's say that this is worth about $420,000 at this point in time. The insurance company triggers the reset at $480,000, and your beneficiaries get paid out the $480,000 because we triggered and set the reset. So it doesn't matter that the value of the account was only $420,000. What matters is that the reset trigger was $480,000. That's the money that goes to your beneficiaries should you happen to die in the 15 years. Now, if you live all the way to the end of the 15-year period, your account value in this case is $540,000. What is your valuation of the account in this example? $540,000. You then can move this into a new segregated fund because this contract has come to an end. You can do some different things with it. You can put it into different products, whatever you wanted to do at age 85, because you have $540,000. Now, in this example as well, too, the $540,000, if the market was down instead of up over time, then the insurance company would have come in and guaranteed on your $400,000 investment, would have guaranteed the full 75%. So you would have gotten 75% of whatever your $400,000 was. Investing with guarantees, with resets along the way, phenomenal way to be able to help a 70-year-old who may be selling their personal home or creating some other open money assets, who want those assets to transfer to their beneficiaries, but fully be available to them while they're alive to be able to go ahead and do whatever they damn well want to do with their money. It's their money. So thanks for watching this particular video on segregated funds. Pretty simple concept to understand. Wonderful flexibilities that Americans do not have the ability to be able to lock in these guarantees. It's a product that's only available in Canada, and Canadians love it because Canadians tend to be a little bit more conservative than American friends, and like investing with guarantees. If you'd like to know more about when you sell a house or create some open money, if you'd like to learn more about sheltering those assets from probate, and being able to name beneficiaries to those assets while you're alive, we can have those conversations at any point in time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.